Good morning and welcome to another clickbaity titled video, except that it's not really a clickbait title. I am actually offering $10 million. Right, so a couple of days ago I was watching Simon Dan, like the good little NASA shill that I am, and it was a response video to a guy that goes by Flat Earth Millionaire, who's offering 200k for Globers to prove three things to him. So here's the dude showing off his house that's worth $500,000. Says his name is Stewart from Texas, and he literally spends 40 minutes in this video telling you how he paid cash for his house, paid cash for his fucking driveway, shows you that he's got 3 cars. Dude reckons he makes about 700 grand a month, which is a lot. You've actually got to watch the video, it's fucking hilarious. Anyway, he's not the first guy to put up a decent amount of money for people to try and prove the globe. I'm sure you all remember Flat Out Heroes challenge that Wolfie 6020 met. Not that anyone thinks that this guy had 100k in the first place, because he's a fucking stoner. Then there's like Ray Goodwin, surveyor dude from Kansas, put up 100k to do a surveying challenge at Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. And I've had a lot of back and forth with that guy, and it's probably worth a video all by itself. And then you got this sniper dude at the bottom asking for proof of Coriolis. And I'm sure there are more. But what is the problem with all these challenges? And the problem is objectivity. So when someone challenges you to prove something to them, it is them that's setting the standard of evidence and what it takes to convince them. And obviously flerfers set that standard of evidence so high that it's basically impossible to reach. Or once their challenge is actually met, then they move the goalpost or something. Like when Sleeping Warrior bet £1,000 that there's a solar eclipse every month, just that it happens over the oceans. And then someone comes along and explains why there isn't a solar eclipse every month. And then Anthony comes back and says, oh, no. By solar eclipse, I just meant there's a shadow cast off into space somewhere. Unbelievable. Anyway, so no matter what evidence that you do provide and how thoroughly you debunk their bullshit, they will never be convinced. So how do we fix this? Right, obviously we need to level the playing field and have both parties on an equal footing. So instead of me trying to convince you, which of course will never happen because you won't let it happen, we each try to convince a neutral third party, which is the best position of the two positions. And that third party has to be a professional arbitrator, so they're duty bound to treat the evidence without bias. So for example, we could hire someone from the National Academy of Distinguished Neutrals, and there's the website. We'd get a lawyer to draft the rules of the challenge, sign a contract, and then both of us would put whatever prize money that we agreed on into an escrow account. And then basically we run kind of a trial in front of this arbitrator, where I put forward my top 3 arguments for the Earth being a sphere. You put forward your top 3 arguments for the Earth being flat, and then we obviously get a chance to rebut the opposing arguments. Then the arbitrator makes a decision, and the winner takes everything. So hopefully that sounds fair. Good. All right, now I don't want to get into like a dick measuring contest with Flat Earth Millionaire, but my net worth is actually Googleable. And if this dude's making 700 grand a month, then he can easily put up at least $1 million. And as you can guess from the title, I'm happy to bet anything up to 10 million Aussie dollars, which is roughly 7 mil US, into this challenge. I do actually have a minimum amount, which is about 100k US, because once you add up lawyers' fees and escrow fees, and then pay the arbitrator for a few days, it might end up costing about 20 grand or so. So there's my challenge, Flat Earth Millionaire. I believe the hashtag you used is hashtag put your money where your mouth is. And obviously this challenge is not just for Flat Earth Millionaire, it's for anyone. So flick me an email if you're interested, and please spread the word.